They start on the ground here at Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Eagles who got the win on the road. So now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly. They'll fake the give to Sanders. And now Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But now it'll be third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Hurts. And that's complete to Sanders. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. On first and 10 is Sanders. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Eagles at 6-4 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
On fourth down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a first and 10. Now Tua. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Second and 2. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. And this is going to be
Certainly envision a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Eagles will have it taking over first and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Hurts. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down, right near the 24. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
And Joseph Charlton on now to punt.
Stiff-armed him. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
An update from Buffalo.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On play action, here's Tua.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Tua now on 1st down. And his throw here is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And all the way down inside the 5 and the 4. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. N'Keal Harry, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
But 1st down, Hurts.
Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Second and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the 2 of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Sanders. And finding room to work mark. He's down to the 2-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Sanders again.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with career touchdown number 60.
And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to pass. Tua. Got a man open. That's Harry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They're going option play on 3rd down.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy quarterback.
And these are the kind of plays that defenders dream about. A chance to get a big running start and go after the quarterback. He was not at all put off by the option. I think he committed to the quarterback right from the outset, and he was able to get in there and put the hit on him.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
That 2nd down play nets a -4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And here's Joseph Charlton now,
as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be taken at the 13.
A good head-down running on the return, gets about 15 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
He certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Over the middle, that's caught by Harry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now, as he's on to punt for Washington. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Montez Sweat with a tackle.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Sanders has it over the middle. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Running right, here's Sanders. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
They go play action with Hurts.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
The kick by Elliott is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to float this one deep right side.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with that.
The Eagles will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And now off to the races, down the right side. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Washington.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Hurts.
It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line.
So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you're expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Tua.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A give up the middle to Gibson.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
And avoids the contact by sliding. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
38.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now Tua on the bootleg here. Steps away. And that is incomplete.
An excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick here is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 if people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Another run here with Sanders.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
From the 41, Hurts. This is Smith with a grab.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Throwing is Hurts.
And Sanders has got it complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A quick pass out to Juju. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
The Eagles on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hurts.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners, who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
A give running right, Gibson.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Once more, Gibson.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
34 yards.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. On first down, right back to Gibson. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field. I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. They'll go again with Gibson.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage. No gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 14.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Tua.
And that is incomplete.
To call a touchdown there to give him some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
And his kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
This taken in at the goal line.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he goes out of bounds finally, but they're already on the edge of the red zone as he returns this to the 20.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. He'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
And he's across for a touchdown. That's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Julian Love picks it.
And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, They found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. There's an excellent confident behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come from behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Philadelphia, their playoff chances now. Meanwhile, for Washington, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.